All right, everybody, welcome back. We're diving into some pretty heavy stuff today.
Today we're going to be talking about a study that some of you might find very controversial.
Absolutely. We're talking about a study that's got everyone talking, specifically the treatment of kids in cardiac arrest.
And what this study does is make us second guess, should we use sodium bicarb during cardiac arrest?
Bicarb, yeah.
So sodium bicarbonate has been used in emergency medicine for a while now.
But this study is suggesting that maybe, just maybe,
that we might need to rethink things a bit.
Exactly. So this study we're looking at, it's making waves online, especially some excerpts that have been circulating.
The patients in this study were children in hospital that suffered from a cardiac arrest.
And what did they find?
So the patients that were given sodium bicarbonate as per standard operating procedure,
Right.
they had half the survival rate to discharge opposed to patients that did not receive sodium bicarbonate.
Wow, that's a huge difference.
It's disappointing. We all came into this field to try to save people, and I would hate to see that we're using a protocol that could be hurting the outcomes of our patients.
50%, that's hard to ignore.
Right, and it raises the question, why are we using bicarbonate so routinely in the first place?
Okay, so let's back up a bit. The source material mentions that bicarb is typically used to correct acidosis. So, too much acid in the body.
So having acidosis is absolutely not the same thing as having a cardiac arrest.
Right, so just because a child's heart stops
Doesn't necessarily mean they have acidosis.
Got it. And the study found that very few of these kids were actually given bicarb for diagnosed acidosis or hyperkalemia. That's high potassium.
Right, which can also be a big problem during cardiac arrest.
So it seems like in a lot of these cases, the bicarb was given as a reaction to the cardiac arrest itself.
As sort of a knee-jerk response, not necessarily because there was an actual indication for it.
And that brings up a really interesting point. Wouldn't there be situations where bicarb is the right call? Like in cases of severe acidosis?
Well, what I'm saying is we don't need to throw out bicarb completely, but what I am saying is
we need to be more careful about using it routinely. And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive. Until next time, everyone.